perceptions of my worth. Living in disgrace in the face of this ain't real beauty. And shut your bold-faced lying ass and go tell them you're sorry. Cause I be an afro, not beheaded soul sister, from way down south, south, south. And though I be spatially situated in the boogie down, they still be telling me, girl, shut your mouth. You ain't got no clout. Stop putting family business in the street and tearing out people down, down, down. Hey, but I fit the stereotype. Strong black woman with my heart raised high, always trying to get people hyped, hip to what's floating around, unseen yet visibly felt.
That's right.
Y'all feel it? You feel it?
Yeah.
But what's that I taste? Afro, not beheaded soul sister, from way down south, south, south. Emotionally awakening from naps. Assaulted by immoral, unethical uncles, quotation marks, and you can take that any way you want it, that like to play grown-up house. See, I was the chosen one, chosen special. My voice ripped from my throat, my heart choked from my chest, and my vagina, my sacred womanhood viciously violated. You trying to steal my sacred femininity. Get that up out of my mouth, mouth, mouth. Afro, now beheaded soul sister, from way down south, south. And I speak truth from way down, deep down, powerful woman breaking debilitating protective silences. And just as my culture was yanked from my ancestors, I struggle to reclaim a vestige of my self-respect. And my people, what people? Black people, white people, indigenous people, keep searching for an identity but keep getting held back. See, we're back up. So I will no longer be defined by your historical societal construct. See, I am not a victim. I release that. And I be not afraid of community while defining myself individually, spiritually. See, that's what I be about. Teaching love, light, and liberation when I should be tearing out my hair and having a full-on freak out. See, that's what they thought. See, but I am not ashamed. Shame is not poetry. See, poetry is my reality, and I create my reality. I am proud, proud, proud. Choking out verbal explanations, exploitations, justifications. Hey, I go beyond survival. I'm a creator. This little black girl, this little nappy-headed soul sister, from way down south, south, south. Peace.
Yeah!
It ain't over till it's over. Right. Billy may be leaving us. You know what I mean? Independent links may be stepping out the door. But the show is not over.
Right on.
You know what I mean? It keeps going, right?
Yeah.
And going, and going, and going, and going, and going. That's what we like. Yeah. Y'all want to hear a little piano?
Yeah.
A little change of pace?
That's right.
A little bit, a little sound. All right. So everybody, please put y'all hands together. Y'all saw him earlier. He was rocking the drums when he opened up the space. Put your hands together for Darius, Adele, Versus, and Ronald Haney, a.k.a. Fable.
Let's go.
Get ready, y'all. Woo!
See if I need it. I need to be a little intimate crowd, so yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. The A, the E, the S, the O, the P, the A, E, S, O, P. He was Esau. He was Esau. Word up. The A, the E, the S, the O, the P, the A, E, S, O, P. He was Esau. He was Esau. A slave born 500 years way before Christ. He was Esau. He was Esau. The A, the E, the S, the P, utilize all resources for storytelling. He was Esau. Strength, the S, the O, stories, perceptions, never fiction. He was Esau. He was Esau. The A, the E, the S, the O, the P, the A, E, S, O, B. He was Esau. He was Esau. We interrupt interrupt this program to bring you a special literary news bulletin. Be on lookout for playwright J.E. Franklin of Black Girl stage play and movie fame. This sister of color has rewritten Aesop's fables. Not only has this playwright rewritten these stories in her usual stellar manner, but she's made these stories into something funky. And we do mean funk. Out of a hip-hop, Aesop, jazz, bop, and beatbox. We now return to our regularly rescheduled program, The City Mouse and the Country Mouse, which is now in progress. Hell no, dog, hell no. All the way down south from up north, hell, you better come on in. I sure enough hope you likes my house. And I sure enough hope you likes this beat.
The City Mouse went to the countryside to visit his country cousin. As soon as he arrived, then he began to play the dozens. He said, I see you got a hay wagon parked outside. I guess you call that your country ride. Now what's that odor that smells like a stable?
Will you hold your grits and just come see my table? I got cheese and bread and rice and beans from the country store up the road.
Said the City Mouse, this is government cheese, and frowned and turned up his nose.
Now ease up, cuz.
The Country Mouse.
You haven't even tasted a bite. I had to outrun Puss in Boots for this fool. He chased me half of the night.
And it's no wonder, said the City Mouse, with laundry hanging on the windows to the dry. Every person in town must know where you live. They can find you at half the night. You don't have to live like a pauper, cuz when you could be living like the king. Just come with me to the big city and I'll show you the real thing.
Ain't nothing like the
real thing. So for the 2 months left over the city, they arrived late one night. The banquet table was set for 10. The girl was out of sight. There was mini bombell and Mario, cheese of high degrees. Said the City Mouse to his cousin, just eat whatever you please. Suddenly, the sound of barking was heard from somewhere in the house. What is that? Oh, that's only the dog to the house. Only the dog? The Country Mouse will be left off the table. What? Leaving so soon?
hell, I'm leaving while I'm able.
Too much people entered the room. The sight was truly frightening. Then the Country Mouse and the City Mouse ducked in a whole lot of lightning.
I'd rather eat government cheese in peace than mini bombell in fear.
Said the Country Mouse to the City Mouse.
You can find me in the country next year. We out of here. Out of a hip-hop Aesop, jazz, bop, and beatbox, $5. Miss...
How's everybody doing tonight? All right. Can I get your autograph? I got you. Yeah, unfortunately I haven't took the time to memorize any new pieces, so I'm gonna have to do some like older stuff.
That's what I'm doing.
Alright.
Classes.
So let me see, like 3 pieces. Let me see what I'm gonna do. Alright. I was always taught to ignore the voices in my head. I was told they're only telling me lies and it would lead to my demise. So I decided to clear them out. But before I did, I wanted to hear them out. And I found the voices in which I was told not to listen, I discovered was my wisdom, my soul. It wanted me to know the meaning of life, showed me my purpose, and mandated it. Taught me the language so I could properly translate it. It said, beware when playing the role of a saint, because if you fall from grace, that halo can fall from over your face and around your neck. The same thing that saved your life could cause your death. I was then forced to question everything I thought I knew. Everything I thought was true. See, I was holding onto a concept of reality which every day became more of a fallacy. I was trying to rid my conscience of false concepts and vanity. I was just scared to let go and realize what I was holding was my sanity. But see, I felt that fear slipping away more and more each day. I thought it had to stay. I couldn't let it die. I needed it to survive because I believed it was the only thing keeping me alive. But all preconceived notions I was holding, I learned to let go. Until it faded off into the distance as an echo and allowed my mind to be the student of my soul. It taught my conscience to avoid nonsense and act as a message and a lesson. See, my mind simply copies down the notes, then I regurgitate the quotes. I take every day as a class in session. And what I've gained from the lesson is to live life, but learn it in your leisure. Be a leader, a Caesar. But don't be foolish to think you can't be your own Brutus. For every Jesus is a Judas. When you realize that and start to see it much clearer, you understand that both collide within that mirror. See, I learned life is about balance, and that good and evil can be found within all people. They say knowledge of self leads to power and wealth, but if knowledge is power, and power corrupts, is it better to live life in the dust? But then I realized that although this world is cold, I know what a blind man would sacrifice for another glance at life. What the deaf would adhere to in order to hear you. I know the voices of corruption are cumbersome. That doesn't mean you have to succumb to them. And ignorance is bliss, only for a moment of time. The price goes up the longer it takes you to free your mind. But see, if you're not going to follow the path, why should I bother paving it? And if you're not going to live your life, then why should I bother saving it? But I was always told, son, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I learned that when I led a fool to knowledge and couldn't make him think. So what the fuck am I trying for? See, when I'm gone, don't you dare mourn, although I know what you're crying for. It's sad I had to sacrifice mine to show you life is worth dying for. Thank you.
Yeah, no stop. Take you, bro. No stop.
Alright.